So my name is Christina Zuccaro, and I'm 37 years old. And at 35 years old, I was diagnosed with metastatic breast cancer. So it was important for me to keep my hair because I'm a very private person, and I I wanted to be able to tell my cancer story when I was ready. I didn't want someone to just look at me and know, oh, she has cancer. I wanted to be able to tell my story with who I wanted to, when I wanted to, and also for my family and for my son. I didn't want him to know that mommy was sick. That was really important for me. So one of my friends told me about cold capping, and she put me in contact with somebody who had cold capped through another system. And after hearing her experience, I was pretty hesitant to give it a try. And then my oncologist at Weill Cornell, she told me about DigniCap, and they have the machines right there in the infusion center, so it was very convenient. And I spoke to a DigniCap representative who told me about the process and what to expect. And then I just decided that keeping my hair was something that was really important to me. I didn't know how I was going to feel going through chemotherapy, and if I felt good, I wanted to look myself and feel myself. I knew that I was on a very long journey, and I wanted to just feel good for as long as I could. So the C3, there was a silicone cap, and it wasn't the most comfortable. And I would always get afraid because when they put on the cap and they put on the outer cap, they would always say, do you feel like it's making contact? And it was just so hard to know, was it making contact? And then there was like one spot where the hose was connected, and that spot would get so cold because that was where all the cold was rushing from. And on that side of my head, I did experience a lot of hair loss. I was grateful that I always had constant regrowth, but there were times when I was happy that I had my hair, but really frustrated and depressed about the way it looked. And since I knew that my chemotherapy journey was going to be a very, very long one, it was difficult to know if I wanted to continue this the way based on how it looked. So about a year and a half into my treatment, I heard about the Delta, and that this was a new cap that consisted of a wrap that was supposed to give you a much more even feeling, and that was supposed to have better results. And I was nervous to even change to a different cap because I already knew the C3 and I knew what to expect. But of course, I'm willing to give anything a try. So I transferred over to the new cap, and it made such a difference. My hair was growing like wild. It was so full. It was thick. It felt strong. I really, in between treatments, I rarely get any shedding. With the C3 and the silicone cap, they were the representative was always asking me, do you feel a gap? And I wasn't sure if I did feel a gap between the silicone and my scalp. But now with the Delta wrap, you really can feel the full contact on your entire scalp. The overall coldness is much more even. It's much easier to tolerate, and it is more comfortable. I go to work every single day. Some people don't even know that I have cancer or everything that I'm going through. I want other women to know that I didn't even know about cold capping, and I want everyone that has to go through chemo to know that this is just an option, just to feel like myself, to look in the mirror and not be constantly reminded of everything that you're going through, to look yourself, to have the confidence to push through. I would want every woman to experience what I have experienced.